I think we're ready. You guys ready?
I
I
think so.
believe so.
All right. Yep. Okay. I'm good. Sorry, I had to double check, make sure. Hello and welcome to Next to Nothing, a podcast for gamers on a budget. I am your host, Danie K. With me, as always, the wonderful, the beautiful, the maybe dying right there, Mr. Green Elite. How you doing,
Uh,
Green?
Dying. I'm fully and 100% experiencing life. How you doing, Danny?
I am fantastic, except for like I was just complaining in the pre-show, my dry skin, dude. It's fucking winter and my skin is dry and it fucking sucks.
Big sad.
It's the biggest sads. With us, most of the time, it's the powerful, the beautiful, the Revsfen, Padre. How are you
Hello.
doing?
I am doing fair. I'm doing all right. Like I was telling you earlier, I've been trying to be productive today, and I've been like moderately productive, but not as productive as I could be.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just been kind of like a meh day. But meh is better than bad, so we got that going for us.
That is very true. Very true. Well, guys, welcome to the show. We appreciate you for watching and listening. If this is your first time with us, we hope you enjoy and get a lot of value out of the show. If you miss any part of this episode, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Every week we have a question of the week. So let us know your answer in the live chat or in the comment section, or you can even tweet at us. This week, our question is kind of related to something I'll be talking about here in just a few seconds. But this week the question is what TV show or TV sitcom do you want to see a video game for? What TV show do you want to see a game for? Go on ahead and answer that in the live chat or in the comments, or like I said, even tweet at us. Our ats are on the screen right now.
Can we preface that it be a good game, or does it matter if it's good or not?
One would hope that that it would be a good game for the thing that they want to see it for. I think that kind of goes without saying that you want to see a good game for the thing.
Because I want to see like a good Avatar: The Last Airbender game
Yeah,
or Attack on Titan.
there were two good Attack on Titan games I heard.
Yeah, but they
second
were all
one-
Japanese, and I don't ever see any like where to get them or how well they actually play. I'm gonna look into that now.
Rev, do you wanna give your idea here?
Dude, I don't know that I watch enough TV to really do it. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing like a video game made out of like Bob's Burgers, but in like the same vein, like make it like the Burger Boss game from Bob's Burgers, but with like Bob's Burgers characters.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did a pinball machine one, but let's face facts, pinball doesn't count.
I'm gonna go off the wall here. Go a little off the. I would love to see a dating sim for friends. Yeah.
Interesting.
No, really off the wall. Friends dating sim with all of its 90s bullshit glory.
I'm with it.
Yeah. So that's the question of the week. Is there anything that we need to get off our plates for housekeeping?
Not that I'm
No.
aware of.
Okay. Well, let's go right into the topic that made me want to ask that question, and that is a game called 6 Seasons and a Game. 6 Seasons and a Game. It is a fan-made, free-to-play, first-person shooter inspired by the NBC sitcom series Community, and very specifically, the paintball episodes. Are you guys familiar with Community at all?
I know of it.
Have you guys watched any of it?
I've seen clips.
Gotcha.
Usually when I'm on a Childish Gambino kick.
Yes.
So
Yes, because for those who don't know, Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, one of his first big roles was in Community as the character Troy. So there's a series of episodes, one or two, like every few seasons, called they're affectionately dubbed the paintball episodes, in which there's a giant battle royale on the college campus for some sort of prize that drives people fucking crazy. And so that's what this game is based on, is those series of episodes. Some specs for anyone who might be interested in this. You need Windows 10 64-bit, an Intel Core 2 Duo 1.6 gigahertz processor. You need 2048 megabits of RAM, an ATI Radeon HD 5870, 950 megabits of hard drive space, and an internet connection. For a silly little game like this, it runs actually pretty decent. I'm going to say that, right off the bat. I expect most games like this that kind of look like almost like Unreal Engine asset flips to be fucking janky, because their whole purpose was to just like exist. And that's not the case here. It actually does run decent. The game is really bare bones though, as you would expect. Only one game mode, TDM. Basically what happens is you pick from 6 different characters, kind of the main cast of Community, and shoot other players with paintball guns on the Greendale campus. There are 2 teams. There is the normal timeline, and then there's the dark timeline for the 2 teams. In terms of kind of going back into the gameplay, and there's no difference between the characters that I could determine. There's only 2 weapons in the game, one regular paintball gun, and then Chang's badass automatic paintball gun that you can like find on the map. One thing I did notice is I think the guns are projectile based, not hit scan based, which makes for some weird hit registration moments. And that feels off. There's basic movements. They included a lean, which is pretty cool. I mean, you don't expect a game like this to have a lean function. There's only one map, Greendale, but it is also packed full of Easter eggs. You could probably spend like at least 10 minutes going around the map and finding all sorts of different Easter eggs, for sure. There was like all sorts of like posters and stuff. I kind of wish there was like an air conditioner room, which would have been, kind of funny. Would have been kind of interesting and fun if like you could get into the vents, because the vents play a whole, running joke in the show. But yeah, like there's the map is suitable and it looks like Greendale. The character models, I'm not gonna lie, the character models don't look exact. They look a little off from the actors. The one that for Troy doesn't exactly look like Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. The Joel McHale one doesn't really look like Joel McHale that much. Yeah, so that was a little off, a little weird. So that's kind of like what I have for like the basics of the game. It is free. I think legally they can't make any money off of this because it's not their property. Right? This is a fan-made game. Volunteer, fan game. So there's no microtransactions or anything like that. And so it's hard to expect anything out of this game other than just like an experience to have because it's there and because you want to talk about Community with other people. That's what you should expect out of this. But I will say, if the devs are watching and they want to make improvements to the game, here are some improvements I could see and I would suggest. Just generally more varied paintball guns spread out across the map. Quake style would probably be the best way to do it. No reason to implement a loadout system. Just do it old Quake style. Throw it on the fucking map. Maybe one that's a shotgun, or maybe because there's like a whole like Star Wars ripoff thing, or like a 6-shooter or something like that in the series. You could do stuff like that. There's there's a whole Western episode in the paintball episodes, so maybe doing a Western themed map with all like the green, with how they like made everything look like saloons and shit would be pretty cool. And then also like maybe some character specific abilities, like if Troy, who was a a football star in high school, did like a like a special dodge, right? Like where he's immune for like 15 seconds. If Abed, who the joke is frequently that Abed's just a robot, maybe for like 10 seconds Abed just gets an auto aim, that charges. Or if, like I alluded to vents earlier, but like if Chang could be the only person who could use the vents around the map or something like that, stuff like that would be kind of fun and funny in my opinion. That's really about it that I have to say about this game. It's a silly little fun shooter. I would love to give it a really, really good score, but I have one big gripe. And that is that I can't date Allison Brie in this game.
That's fair.
If I could,
you have an obsession.
She is adorable and she looks like a fucking sweetheart. I don't know if she is. I certainly hope she is. Just let me live out my fantasy of dating Allison Brie. Okay?
She's also over 10 years older than you and is married to Dave Franco.
Did I say he gave a shit?
I mean, would you cheat on Dave Franco?
I'm talking about a virtual Allison Brie.
I'm just saying I'd cheat on Allison Brie with Dave Franco.
Exactly.
Also, quick question I gotta ask: so the community college, was that the actual community college's logo that was plastered on the screen just then?
Yes.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Why is there a chaos star right in the dead center of their community college logo?
Oh, that's
Did
what
they ever address that?
Oh, that's what you're calling it?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling it.
Because it's supposed to look like an anus.
No, it's the chaos. I mean, it's literally the chaos star. It's a six-sided arrow star. It's like, I didn't know if they ever addressed that ever.
Yeah, there's like an episode that so it was like where they decided the school logo, and it was that mark on a pink circle, so it looked like an anus.
Of course it is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the show was created and written by Dan Harmon, also the creator of Rick and Morty. So it has a lot of the same self-referential, crude is like the wrong word, but crude humor. A lot of innuendo, a lot of meta comments. Like, I mean, there's like a whole, the dark timeline thing is like this huge meta narrative that like spans like 2 or 3 seasons and is like absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, the show is good. Like, this is gonna turn into me just talking about Community, but yeah, the show is good. The game is decent for what it is. It's a free, silly little game. Go find all the Easter eggs in it. That's my review of 6 seasons in a game. And I don't know, maybe just let me pretend to be Allison Brie's boyfriend in the game, please. Please. Devs, please.
Please.
Please. Yeah. That's 6 seasons in a game. Do you guys have thoughts, questions, opinions you want to share? Talk about?
Not really. It's straightforward.
Yeah.
It just seemed
Pretty
like you said,
cool.
it's free little game, little fun shooter, play with your friends.
Yeah. I will say it's you create your own room. I think it's peer-to-peer. They don't have servers or anything like that, so it is peer-to-peer. So you like just create a room and everyone can join off of you. It doesn't have like a huge player base, obviously, so you might want to take a friend or two in so you can you know play actually play it. So yeah, that's it. That's there you go. Go try it out. Anything else on that? Otherwise, we can move on.
I think that's it for me.
Pretty concise.
All right.
Pretty straightforward.
Yes. Troy and Abed in the mornings. Thank you, Zombie. Zombie Potion just posted that in the chat, and now I'm gonna need to say that. Guys, CES happened last week.
It did.
We got some tech news to talk about. Green.
A lot of tech news.
I wonder who's gonna be our guy for that.
I don't know. Rev, take it away.
Take it away.
Fuck that mask.
So here's how we're gonna split up CES. We're gonna talk about like the relevant news, and then we're gonna talk about the cool things we saw, and then the dumb shit we saw. That's how we're gonna talk about CES. Starting with tech news. Green, this is all you, man.
All right. Well, CES launched last week. A lot of different electronics companies came together and like were throwing out their prototypes and stuff like that. I've had a few people ask actually this morning, what is CES? So it's Consumer Electronics Show, right? Consumer
Electronics show.
So they do it every year.
Yeah, it's a yearly thing where all sorts of tech companies will basically come together and show off what they have planned for this year and some of the prototypes. It's kind of where it's also where they kind of like test the waters for different products.
The concepts and stuff like that. Like Cadillac and a flying taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Flying taxi car.
Whose beeping is that?
That's me. My dryer is possessed by.
I thought I was losing my mind for a second. I was like, "What the fuck is that noise?"
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought there's a bomb under my chair, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
There may be.
This bomb ass, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what CES is. This year it was all virtual. It was usually, I mean, it's like a big thing, like in Vegas, where they, where you'll see like tech YouTubers like Marquise Brownlee and Linus and Gamers Nexus and all sorts of other people will go and actually get their hands on it. Linus will usually be in some hotel conference room and drop a NVIDIA graphics card in front of an engineer. And they have big showrooms where they do all sorts of tests. But this year it was virtual because of the Rona, the COVIDs, the Rona, the never-ending pandemic,
and the people who don't want to wear masks because masks are infringement of your rights.
If those same people wore a mask at the fucking Capitol, maybe they wouldn't be getting arrested right now. But
true story.
You'd think that, but man, they got that one guy from one picture. You couldn't even see the color of that dude's skin, and they still tracked his ass down. That was the people though. That wasn't even the government, dude. Like the FBI thanked people. They were like, open source technology. People track this guy down for us. Thanks, guys. They're like, no problem. Fuck that zip tie, dude.
Okay, sorry for getting us sidetracked
no, that's okay.
on that and discussing the dystopian future that we are soon to live in. So yeah, CES tech news. We saw stuff from Intel. We saw stuff from NVIDIA. We saw stuff from AMD. Green.
Yeah, AMD is expanding Zen 3 to the laptops. That's pretty much it. I mean, just talking normal stuff that they're going to be showcasing their additional lineup as well throughout the year. They're releasing a new line with they're calling it HX series for notebooks. Normal run of the mill stuff. Intel's doing about the same.
Did you watch the AMD keynote?
Not all the way.
I couldn't do it, dude. I was so fucking bored.
Yeah,
And
Doctor Lisa Sue can be mommy, but she can also like it. Yeah,
it I just
it,
so
if they can trim something down to 30 minutes, 45 minutes or less versus an hour and a half, that would
mm,
be very much appreciated.
it for me, what annoyed the fuck out of me was like she brought on like the executives of other companies like Lenovo, and like we all know, and like literally every single one of them was like, we all know that people have to be on their computers all the time now because of the pandemic. Gamers are spending more time in video calls than they ever have before, and you need a machine that can handle that. Isn't that right,
Isn't that
CEO
right,
of Lenovo? That's right, Lisa Sue. It's just like,
doctor?
or doctor.
You did you be wells. Show some respect here,
And,
doctor.
but the fellation, the absolute constant fellating
The
that
constant
happened.
segueing.
Uh huh.
It's all about the segue as preached by Linus.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if I were if I were an investor and I was watching that, and I would have just been fucking asleep. I would have been
oh yeah.
I would have been just. Anyways,
So
continue. I'm sorry.
no, no, simmer down now. It's all right. It's okay. But yeah, not like huge leaps and bounds this year. I mean, there was some interesting stuff. There was some cool stuff, which we're gonna get into here, and then there was also some pretty dumb things, like very dumb things that I don't see like anyone really purchasing. So, I don't know. You want to go into the cool things?
Um. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Intel stuff as well, in
Let me
Nvidia stuff, because we were
let
talking
me pull
about
up a refresher.
what's that?
Let me pull up a refresher here
Yeah,
because I didn't write it down.
because there was like a little bit of auxiliary news with Intel specifically that their CEO left, and they kind of were saying like, we have to do better than Apple on CPUs, otherwise we're not gonna make it. Because that was a big blow to them for Intel, was losing Apple as a primary buyer of their Intel
Well, they could
CPUs.
also like actually innovate and not charge as much. They
Right.
probably would do better. You
Yeah.
know,
That was a
there.
lot of what they were saying, was that like, hey, we like actually need to innovate and be competitive, because we're losing, not only are we losing customers, but now we're getting more competition in the space,
Oh
with
yeah.
like ARM stuff especially.
Mm. So they announced 4 new processors as well. Which I'm sure they'll be doing another thing uh later this year. Probably usually they do something around April May area. They call them Rocket Lake and the Alder Lake, codenamed Alder Lake. I don't know if that will be a new socket. Um, More than likely it is, because Intel always likes to put a new socket in every new processor. It seems like, or next generation. Uh,
Got to make it so those
there's
board partners can make new motherboards.
oh, absolutely, so they can make some good monies. They're introducing a business platform with the V Pro. Let's see here, and they're doing like an educational tool thing. Uh, and they're really starting to dive into more of like the mobile processors and trying to innovate in the mobile processors as well.
Because yeah, how many other than Apple, there's Qualcomm, and I mean Apple mobile chips. Are those, they don't produce their own, do they?
I don't know for sure.
Or do they do? Or do they buy Qualcomm? I gotta look that up.
I know Qualcomm does a lot of Samsung stuff. The
Apple.
Snapdragon.
Yeah, I think they have. Let me look it up real quick. I think Qualcomm produces for like the majority of the mobile market. Yeah, it looks like Apple has their own.
TSMC. TSMC is Apple's primary processor manufacturing partner.
Yeah, I think they designed their own though, because they have the A12,
Yeah.
A11, A13. Yeah, I think they designed their own. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good.
So we were talking about Intel going into mobile processors.
Right. Yeah, and then pushing for a lot of business end as well as educational area. So it'll be interesting to see how much they're going to be pricing especially the educational ones. I would assume that they would try to push those for a cheaper variant versus like something more expensive. I would hope at least, because as you know, public education is primarily taxpayer based. So it'd be really shitty if they push the price of those up like a lot just because it's government money. But I don't know.
You mean pull a Winchester or a Remington?
Exactly.
Or sorry.
Or literally
Government
just about
money.
any college.
Any college.
And it's just like medical stuff. They're expensive because they can bill the insurance and the insurance will pay for it. Same concept. So that's pretty much, yeah.
The only other thing I was going to mention was, and I don't think this was at CES, but NVIDIA just announced a new GPU, the like 1010 or whatever. Let me double check. It's like not really worth mentioning because it's not so much I gotta look this up.
Well, they were doing the Ampere. Their main thing at CS was the Ampere. The new GPUs are going into laptops now. They're making a mobile version.
Okay, yeah, there's that, and then it's the GeForce GT 1010. This is basically one of those like, hey, like if the PC needs.
Danie, you're robotic.
Am I robotic? Oh shit.
There you go.
Oh, I'm good.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Mint.
Okay, so the basic idea behind this is it's just like, hey, if the PC needs a display out or display port, that's what it's for. It's like for your server, or like your hold on. Am I still robotic in the chat?
No, you're good.
No.
Okay. I'm good in the stream too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
But yeah, the basic idea is like, hey, like if you have a media PC or a server that needs like a display out, this is what that's for. So for anyone that was curious, who was seeing like the headlines for like an NVIDIA 1010, it's not
for gaming.
It's not for gaming. You might be able to game on it if you want to play super old shit.
Minecraft could probably play it. CS:GO maybe.
Doom, the original.
Not eternal.
Not eternal.
Don't try it.
Yeah.
I have the high ground. Don't try it.
Was there any other like big like consumer gaming news that
not really massive? Like, I mean, there was a lot of the weird stuff, like stuff that you didn't expect, or nothing like groundbreaking for like GPUs, CPUs, PlayStation, Xbox, or anything like that. So,
yeah. Do we want to take a quick break and then come back and talk about some of the cool shit that we found from CES?
Yeah, so I can go unplug my dryer and beat it with a baseball bat. Yes.
You got to play
live.
Yeah, as I say, you gotta while you're doing that, you have to listen to what is it, Gangster's Paradise? Is that what they do in Office Space?
No, it's it's like die motherfucker. God, what is that song?
Dope. Debonair?
No, it's not that one. Hold on.
It's a hip hop song. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Stay right there.
Are you a coffee lover? Do you need a little pep in your step in the morning? What about knowing where your coffee comes from? Is that important? Well, try Grampian Roast Coffee on Etsy. That's Grampian, Grampian. and see our selection of single origin and blended coffees. Use code REVSVEN, REVSVEN, at checkout to save 15% off of your purchase.
All right, and we're back. So we just got done talking about some CES tech news. Let's talk about some of the cool shit we saw from CES this year.
There's so many interesting things.
Yeah, so this is like the fun thing about CES is that there's always a wide berth of useful to over-engineered bullshit.
Mhm.
I think the first thing that we saw that was like really truly interesting, at least for me, was rollable phones. Like screens that, roll
up because that's completely necessary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super necessary.
Because my phone needs to be able to do this.
I want to be able to smash a fly with a $2,000 phone, like a newspaper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I need to be able to hide things in the phone. Things.
Stuff and things.
Mm-hmm.
Rollable for a line of sugar.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of stuff from that because foldable phones have been a really popular thing the last couple of years where they've been trying to I think we first started seeing foldable phones in 2018 at CES, and now they're starting to make those commercially available. I think LG has a foldable phone that's out right now, right?
Samsung has one as well.
Samsung has one as well.
Yeah,
So
it's like the U Fold or Galaxy Fold or something like that.
Yeah, it's literally like the Razer.
Yeah. The Razer, Motorola Razer's back and it's touchscreen foldable.
Yeah, that's right. Which Motorola hasn't really been doing well in the mobile phone market in a very long time.
Right.
They refused to change.
No, I think they
get
just
lost in time.
I think they just got too fucking wild because they did the Moto Z, or the Hello Moto or whatever, where it like had like it has a projector attachment and a speaker attachment. And like it had like a couple of attachments, and they're just like, why would anyone ever want to fucking use these things? So yeah, we saw some rollable phones from LG and TCL, which I only know TCL for TVs, like the one I have over there. I don't know. Do you guys have like a list of stuff? I have a list of stuff, so I can like kind of go down my list. We can do this round robin style.
Well, I have one thing that one thing I want to say that I'm happy or that I'm kind of intrigued by, and then one thing I'm pissed off by, both of which have to do with masks.
Oh, I got the masks too.
Yeah, so the Razer the Razer one is prejudiced against people with beards. That's all. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It looks cool, but I'm sorry if you have a beard. You know what? Oh, okay, I'll say it. At least all the neck beards who are into RGB are going to have to shave in order to get that to like seal properly now. But the good one, the one that I'm actually intrigued by, is Binatone's mask phone. It's like a Bluetooth headset slash.
I hate
mask.
that thing.
I would be more willing to try that because at least it's made of cloth, so I could wear it and not have to worry about my beard being, you know, kind of killing the whole seal thing and just looking fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk more about that here when we get to the dumb shit. Let's keep talking about the cool shit here. I find, by the way, I appreciate that you like the Binatone or Binatone or whatever. I think it's an over. I think that's over. That's a way too over-engineered piece of tech there. At least,
dude, so is fucking everything.
Well,
like everything at this thing is practically that, you know. Like,
so yeah, that Binatone one, guys. It's a cloth mask that's washable. It can it has a Bluetooth microphone that can connect to your phone via their own proprietary app, so that you can apparently have calls that don't sound like this. Although I don't understand how that's possible, because the mic is going to be like basically like this already. You know what I mean?
that. There's this guy on he's on TikTok and he does like a lot of news reporting, and like his microphone stays pressed to his cheek like way the hell back here, but his audio still sounds crystal clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pretend to know how microphones work though.
It's one of those things I'm just like, if I don't know. It's one of those things I'm like, I don't know how having it in the mask would help. Like, if it's already up to your face, it's going to be about as crystal clear as it's going to get. And depending on where it is in the mask, if it's near like the mouth, right? All that wind, that's all going to get
That's what
caught.
I'm saying. Like, I'm saying it might be pressed to the cheek like that dude on like that. His name's Maurice something. I'll have to get his name, but yeah, his mic stays pressed to his cheek like almost back by his jawline.
Yeah.
It's kind of like those. You've seen those headphones, right? The ones that like press like they don't even go in your ear. They're like down here.
Yeah, yeah.
It may be like a similar concept that it just like picks up all the tones from here or something like that. I don't know. I don't understand how it works because like I sit there and look at it. I'm like, how does that sound so clear when it's all the way back here? Like, and it, like when I say press to his cheek, I don't mean just like close. I mean like you could see it's like pushing into his cheek.
Yeah.
As he's talking. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Green, do you have like a thing that you wanted to mention?
Well, I put it in the notes. The X Chair XHMT and the Mavi gaming chairs, Mavics. They're releasing some more ergonomic chairs that are, tailored to gaming, but not with the traditional gaming chair mold. Like everyone has like the racing gaming chairs. A little on the pricier side. The X Chair one has built-in heat and massage. That one's gonna run you like $1,000 on their website.
I'm looking at it on the website now too.
Yeah. But my main thing is I hope a lot of the companies are noticing this trend of people moving more towards the ergonomic style, non-traditional gaming chairs. And we see more like some better options for ergonomic chairs in the future. That are both affordable and sturdy.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm all about the comfort.
Really interesting video that I saw was Gamer Nexus. They went through the whole process of like building a gamer chair. Because it's all produced in like a select few factories, and they just slap a logo on their pillows and stuff. That's how these companies operate.
Exactly.
Yeah. The next thing I saw that I thought was pretty interesting was called the Infinity Game Table, which is like a small table with a very large touchscreen for board games.
That was by Arcade 1-Up, right?
I think so, yeah.
I saw that one. That looked pretty cool.
Which I find this really interesting because they're kind of selling a solution that DIYers in board gaming have been doing for a little while, which is to actually like build a TV into their board game or into the board game table. So they'll actually like mount a TV and cut wood around it and then put it on legs, and that's like their game table for like D&D maps and stuff like that, where it's anyone who hasn't played D&D, especially like in person, there's a lot of times where you have to like get giant sheets of paper and just like measure things out with rulers and like draw your maps. I mean, it's a whole part of being a DM where that's like that's part of the joy. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like write all these encounters and like have my DM screen and then like have this big sheet of paper and we're gonna move our miniatures and stuff. So this is one of those things that I think would help alleviate some of that stuff and make it even cooler because now you can like add actual texture and tiles and stuff to it. Probably would work pretty well with Roll20. I'm assuming. Next thing I saw was OtterBox is putting out series of gaming accessories like controller grips and cases, although I didn't think any of them looked particularly stylish or cool. Did you guys see those?
Yeah, OtterBox never really was one for aesthetics. They've always been more like originally they were more about functionality over aesthetics, like just protection type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They never really looked particularly good, but as of late, like the more OtterBoxes, like the more phone generations change, the less coverage these OtterBoxes are giving them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking back to the microphone thing. Autobots roll out, but
Roll out.
like it seems like they're starting to kind of like pull back on the functionality for the whole aesthetic of being slimmer and sleeker and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, I pay a lot of money for these OtterBoxes because I don't care about the warranty. I don't want to have to go through the warranty if my phone breaks. I just don't want my phone to break, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of seems to be shifting away from that. So I don't know. It's as long as they work, that's probably where they're just trying to
Mm-hmm.
go with it, as opposed to like looking cool.
Yeah. One thing I missed that I wanted to mention was go ahead, Green. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I don't see how many people could actually are actually gonna need like these products for like their controllers and stuff like that. Like, I mean, there's definitely like a few, but I feel like it's more of a niche thing than anything. Like, I know a few people who've broken some controllers, but like the mass majority don't do that. So
Right. Well,
I
and a lot of what they're doing are like game clips and stuff like that. And
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like from what
In
I gathered, it looked a lot less about like protection as it was like they were just trying to make it to where it's like because OtterBox is primarily a mobile thing. It's like more about
yeah.
transitioning your mobile phone into a more of a gaming thing. Like say if you're using the Xbox Cloud X or something like that.
yeah. Well, and a lot of the stuff I saw was also like it's like hand grips and stuff like that for controllers and stuff. At least that's what it looked like. One thing
Yeah.
I did miss was a shower speaker powered by running water from Ampere. I just like that. I think that's cool. You literally what you do is you undo your shower head, screw this in to the faucet, and then re-screw your shower head in between, so it sits in between, and it's just powered by the running water, and it's Bluetooth compatible with all phones.
What if you have shitty water pressure?
I mean, that's kind of on you then, isn't it?
Or your landlord, depending on where you're living.
Yeah. My water pressure's fine, so it would work well for me.
My water pressure's fine.
I mean, yeah.
One of those people that can spritz for that fancy water pressure. I see. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have so much water pressure. I'm kind of thinking like, maybe get a bidet for my toilet,
So I've been thinking about that for a while now.
Bro, it would like sear the skin off your ass with as much water pressure as apparently you're getting.
Sear the skin off my ass or just like
Almost
shred it?
too clean. There's no skin left.
That's the kind of clean we need. I don't want the filth. The last thing I saw that's kind of interesting is the Samsung solar powered TV remote.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It also allows interior light, which I'm a little surprised that like that hasn't been thought up yet by like one of like these like universal TV remotes. I'm like, huh. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually like try to sell a TV remote that's solar powered. Because you would have thought like those shitty like universal TV remotes that you can pick up at Walmart would have done it by now.
Right?
This is universal remotes anymore.
Well, true,
Also a fair
because
point.
everything is because all like the smart TVs are like requiring.
Their own remote, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, hell, you get most smart devices. You could just use your phone. Like, dude, this thing has saved me so much with the Roku.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love it. Same with the Fire Stick though. Like Fire Sticks and Roku's both have mobile apps you can use. You don't even need a remote anymore.
Yeah. I don't with my Roku. I don't use my phone. I do use the remote. One of the things that just you got me thinking about this, and this is something I've been wanting to bitch about for a while. But the Roku remote has 4 buttons at the bottom, right? So you have like your main navigation with like a center, and then on the side you have your
Volumes and stuff.
volumes and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Those 4 buttons are usually like Netflix, Hulu, Stars, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the program or most of the things that are there, I don't even fucking own. Right? Like Voodoo. I don't own Voodoo. I don't have Stars. Why can't I reprogram those buttons to the things I actually fucking use?
I got a solution for you, bud.
Get an Amazon Fire Stick?
No, get a Chromecast. I love my Chromecast. That's the one thing I will continuously say. My Chromecast is fucking awesome.
The TV came with Roku. It's a Roku TV. So
Same.
it has nothing to do with like I got it for Christmas.
Aren't you fancy getting the smart TV?
I got me a smart TV.
I have my Chromecast plugged into my smart TV.
That just seems like overhandling there, Squirrely Dan.
No, because the smart
Squirrely
TV,
handling
like,
it.
it doesn't. It's a Sharp, I think, or Philips, and apparently they have contracts with everyone except for Hulu, so I can't download Hulu on there.
Yeah, see, I have 2 Roku TVs and then one with a built-in Fire, Amazon Fire stuff. So I used to have Chromecast though back before I got all my Roku stuff.
Yeah,
because Chromecast is pretty legit, like top tier. Have you ever seen porn in 1080p on a big screen, my guy? Like,
can you see all the Razer bumps up then?
Bro, you could see the bruises from the spankings from like 3 weeks ago still hiding out in there, dude.
And demonetized, even though we don't make money. So, speaking of TVs, there's a lot of TVs that they showed off. Like the Samsung like frame TV, like just they're making them so thin now. They're making TVs so thin that you can spread peanut butter on them and eat them.
They're making them so thin you can piss through them.
Or is it
public service announcement? Please don't eat your TVs or piss on them.
Yes, eat your TVs.
Don't do it with Elgato products either. They taste like crap.
Anything else cool that we saw at CES we want to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You guys want to move on to the dumb shit?
Absolutely.
I think I'll be 100% honest. I think solar powered remote falls under that category more than anything.
I disagree. As the editorial lead of this show, I'm taking the executive decision to say that Next to Nothing believes a solar powered TV remote is cool.
Danie K Media believes that a solar powered TV remote is cool.
You can't affect the opinions of the talent, okay? Although the talent may not reflect the same opinions as Danie K Media.
I do want to actually, if you don't mind, kind of start this one off.
Yeah.
The fucking AC hard hat.
Oh, I don't think I saw this. Hold on, let me look it up.
It's a hard hat with air conditioning built into it.
Oh my god.
Tell me one major construction company that's gonna buy that shit for their dudes. They're like, no, you get a water cooler and a fucking pocket fan. Here's an umbrella for all 75 of you to share. Like, no, but it's the same people that actually made the whole AC baseball cap at last year's CES. It's so dumb, dude.
That is, well, here's the thing: is it's probably, I'll be honest, it's probably not even an actual air conditioner. It's a swamp cooler. Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. That's got to be a swamp cooler. There's
yeah,
no way
yeah.
there's Freon in that thing. So not only will it not probably cool you off, but if you live in a humid climate, it's just gonna make you wet.
Yeah.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? It's going around on TikTok called the Nut Koozie, where it's a jacuzzi for your nuts, and like I want to purchase them
A jacuzzi for your, like, you stick
for your testicles. You
So
put your testicles
just like
in a little cup of water, and it
it's just
bubbles.
warm.
I would assume.
It's bad for your sperm counts, dude.
I mean, let's be honest. My sperm count is not very great as it is.
So what do I need a sperm count
I'm
for?
shooting
Kids, fuck.
Okay. At this point, I'm shooting bubbles. So
Squirtle, go.
Exactly.
Use bubble blast.
I just want to point out that my intent was not to learn about your fertility status.
I mean, now you know.
Because if you don't know, now you know.
Okay. Green, do you have one that you want to start this out with?
I disagree with your list. I'm looking at the notes right now. I don't think that the Razer mask is bad. I think the Razer mask is cool.
As a bearded individual, I hate the Razer mask. I'm being. If they can be, what's the word? If they could be discriminatory against people with beards, then I can hate their mask.
That's fair.
I said, the cleanliness of the neck beards, though. I mean, go for it. You're fine.
So I would have to say my pick for the dumbest one was the Smart Doggy Doors by Pet Portal, which allows access to a pet or pets with a tag. Like you put a tag on there, but it will cost $3,000, and you lose an external door. So you have to replace a full door with this doggy door. Okay.
You see, and I don't like that because I want the raccoons to come in. I want to catch them motherfuckers, dude. They bring a baby in there, I'm gonna snatch one of them up and keep it.
One of us. One of us.
Gobble gook. One of us.
Hey, I do want to just point something out real quick. I went ahead and pulled up like a list of the weirdest and dumbest products of CES 2020.
Are you looking at the Android Central one?
Yeah, the one that has your revered shower speaker in it on the list. I kind of like the idea of the shower speaker myself, but
yeah.
I bet you know what? I bet Green wrote this with his bad water pressure. That's all this was. That's why it's on this list.
How'd you find out?
Yeah. Some dude with like bad shower or water pressure was like, dude, fuck this. Just like me with the Razer mask. I'm like, man, fuck this mask.
Yeah. So my first thing, straight up, I think the overly engineered masks are so fucking dumb. Like, this is all you need. You don't need to add RGB or a microphone to it.
It projects your voice. Have you tried? Like, I feel extreme sympathy for the people at the customer service areas, as well as like sales and all that, because of the mask. Like, have you heard some people and then add the
yeah, last time Pelosi gave a speech.
Exactly. So like it's hard to hear people sometimes with masks. Like I agree with the voice projection. Like I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it would really benefit especially nurses and like nursing profession, because it isn't a N95 mask. It's like,
I will say this.
And it's not a mask either. It's a respirator. Not a mask.
Dude, Razer could benefit huge by making like a less like gamer centric version with like the RGB and all that, and make those specifically for healthcare workers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like
that'd be a great idea.
Like, I want one.
You know what?
Like, because she's starting her nursing job.
You
she had
sold
to
me.
get fitted for an N95.
You sold me.
She's like, "Can the lights turn off?" I'm like, "It runs off of Razer Chroma." "Yeah, you can turn the lights off." It doesn't have to be RGB.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they can make a cheaper version without
Mm.
like that stuff, like I know the
Mhm.
RGB chroma probably doesn't cost that much more, but if they could make a slightly less expensive version to be able to just kind of like donate, that'd be a huge PR move for them.
Plus, on top of that, the case that it comes with, the
Hmm.
case is UV, so it, like, disinfects it as you charge it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And with it
dope.
being clear,
That
you can
is,
read
yeah.
lips too, which helps. Like
Exactly. This is it would be perfect for the customer service, and, customer service, and the healthcare environment. It would be perfect. I
unless you
want
have a
one
beard.
because I think it'd be cool.
Mm. You sold me on that one. You didn't the Benetton one. I still think
Boom.
is ridiculous.
The Benetton, I'm not arguing for the Benetton, I'm arguing for the Razer. I
I already stated my case for the Benetton one.
So next is the Kohler Stillness Bathtub, complete with light, fog, and aromatherapy, and it's going to
I'll
cost
make
you
my own fog.
$16,000.
16,000 bits.
$16,000 for a tub for
A bubble bath.
a bubble bath.
Uh,
You could just install a,
sounds
a
good.
whirlpool and spark some incense and be good.
I have an old people bathtub, like a walk-in bathtub, and it's
Mm.
fantastic. It's got jets in it. That's all I need. I prefer taking baths now over showers because of this thing.
when I when I was growing up, we moved quite a bit, and one of the times we moved was into a trailer, and in the master bath, we had a whirlpool, and my mom never let me use it. I'm gonna call my mom out right now. You never let me use the whirlpool, and I was so freaking
How
sad
dare
about it.
you?
I just
I
want to
was
use the
going through a
whirlpool.
phase. I just needed to experiment.
I just wanted a giant bubble bath in the whirlpool.
You
Um,
robbed me of my innocence.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just yeah. You can just get a giant whirlpool bath and like put some Epsom salt or and light some candles, and it'll do the same thing. You don't need to spend $16,000 on that. Okay, so you sold me on the Razer mask, and
Hell yeah.
I want you to try to sell me on the Razer gaming chair, the Project
The
Brooklyn,
Razer gaming chair.
the Project
I
Brooklyn.
I don't know if I can. It looks cool, the transparent, OLED screen is kinda cool,
Hmm.
but is it worth the money?
Yeah.
I I
So
don't know
let
if
me
it
describe
that's
this real
some
quick. Project Brooklyn comes complete with a 180-degree transparent OLED screen, pull-out trays, a vibrating seat, and of course, RGB. Because it's a Razer, they have to throw RGB on it.
they have to they're memeing it hard with the, of course, RGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's ironic. I own one piece of Razer equipment, and it's this controller, and there's not a single bit of RGB on it.
Um,
If I'd have bought the one that was like $10 more, it would have. But
gotta get the lights. Um, so yeah. Anyone want to try to sell me on why you need the Project Brooklyn chair?
Well, there's other companies that are doing, like, gaming chairs like that, where it's like a
Hmm.
complete surround sound, and you just add the monitors of your choice and stuff like that.
Hmm.
The only thing this reminds me of is Grandma's Boy with the
dude,
guy,
yes. Oh my God.
was it Garth, I think is his name?
JP.
Yeah, it's like
JP's in his fucking office listening to that heavy ass techno, and Kane comes
yeah,
walking in. He's like leaned back doing his thing. He's like,
yeah,
hey, the whole reskin thing. Fucking
but
God
all
damn
all
it,
the chairs
JP.
like that have made me think of that, so I can't justify it. I mean, but that's why it's your money, you can do it whatever you want with it.
And you also do got
Hmm.
to remember both of these Razer things are still in concept phase. Like there's still no guarantee that these will actually exist. Like, and if they
Yeah.
do, when?
I
Yeah.
think I think the Hazel will actually make it to market next year.
And you know what the part that sucks about that? Like by next year, you're gonna see like a reduction in people wearing masks because a lot of people are starting to trust the vaccine. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of people that don't because they're like anti-vaxxers and scared of the government, but the fact remains like you're gonna have a lot less people wearing masks by this time next year with the vaccine.
Hmm.
And so it's like if they could have gotten the jump on this, if they could have been really working heavily on this, like back in March, and at least got the concept out by then, and then started working on how they were going to do it. Then it had them launch like next month. Oh fuck,
I think they
like
should still push this for healthcare workers then, because they always had to wear masks, like for something at some point.
right. I just don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be as big of a consumer product. That's why I was saying like they need to do it as a PR move more than anything with this.
I want it.
Because healthcare workers can't have beards most of the time, anyways, depending on where they work.
Yeah. Next one. Speaking of healthcare, the Total Wellness Toilet, which analyzes your shit to help you live better.
I want to shit in that toilet once. It reminds me of that Bob's Burgers episode, the OT, the outside toilet or whatever it was, the smart toilet that told you jokes and had a warming seat and had like different profiles based on your butt print. Like I want a friend to buy it so I can poop in it once.
I have a heated toilet seat that also shoots water in my butt crack.
Like I want this thing to tell me dad jokes, and like you can like it will. You take a shit and be like, "Hey, bro, you need more fiber," and I'm like, you know what? I know I didn't need you to tell me that. Like
just real quick, we're learning so much about Green's lower half today. We really are.
I already told you that I have a bidet.
Could love bidets.
Yeah, but just the fact that that's come up twice now in this single podcast.
You're welcome. Everyone loves me for it. It's okay. Anyone else want to learn my social security number?
What about mother's maiden name?
Yes.
First pet?
My father's middle name? Joke's on you. I never knew my father.
So yeah, it's a toilet that analyzes your shit and tells you how to live better. That's it.
I think it needs Stream Deck integration.
Phenomenal.
Get on it, Elgato. The next thing I have here. Oh,
real quick, one last thing. This is where Razer fucked up. Could you imagine if Razer would have gone gaming chair toilet combo? Like, you never have to leave. You just sit there bare ass all day.
Madman. You absolute madman.
Be like that episode of South Park with World of Warcraft.
Bathroom.
So here's my next one. The Brink Biotics Impulse Neuro Controller. You guys want to guess, without looking at the show notes, you guys want to guess what this is?
Say it again.
The Brink Biotics Impulse Neuro Controller.
It's got to have something to do with home security, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Then I have no idea. I heard Brink, so I was like, oh, home security.
Brink Biotics. A glove to help you increase your click response time by reading your brain and muscle signals.
The Nintendo Power Glove.
And Green, I could see this helping you out in Warzone.
You could also eat some ass there, bud.
But yeah, it's literally a glove you just wear, and it's supposed to help you click faster.
Because the fingers are weighted. Dude, just fucking strap a piece of metal to the back of both of your fingernails there and just saved you $1,500 on a stupid glove.
I clicked just fine, okay? It's all these other cheaters.
Yeah, so question, is this... That has to turn you into a cheater, right?
Performance enhancing peripherals.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like using the old Turbo Mad Cats controllers. Remember those?
Yeah, with rapid fire. Yeah.
Hey, Fulker, things cheap.
I mean, if you want to get better at like shooting, just like download like Kofax or something. Play Crunker, Crunker.io.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
But why do that when I can pay $500 for a glove?
Or pay $200 for a cheat, a hack, aimbot. Hacks.
We didn't talk about it last week, but there is actually a company that is getting sued by Bungie and Riot Games for selling cheats for Valorant and Destiny 2.
We mentioned it, didn't we? I thought we mentioned it last week.
Oh, maybe I didn't.
Anything about
Chocolate, did we mention that last week?
Chocolate, the official show scribe.
He is the
The
scribe.
historian.
Historian. So my next bit of dumb shit tech is the Mouflin. Do you guys want to take a guess at what
know
this is?
It's
Based on
cute. You know it.
what's that?
I said it's cute and you know it.
It's a robotic
Um,
fluff ball that's entire purpose is to be a pet and fake purr. It's just to just sit there and pet and make noise. That's all it does. By the way, if I don't have my dead cat on my desk. As I said-
wait.
Oh,
that,
What?
you know, I thought I was out of line this episode. Oh my god.
that, you know what? I said it, and I'm like, I should probably explain what a dead cat is. It's
Maybe.
it's a microphone cover for shotgun mics for when you go outside and have to do filming outside. So wind does
Uh-huh.
The
Like
big
story?
the fucking fuzzy windscreen things.
Yes, it's called a dead cat.
Mm.
I'm like, if I wanted to pet something, I would just grab my like dead cat and
Stop
Full di-
saying it. Just
Full
stop.
disclosure, real quick. Full disclosure:
Like-
to get this Mouflin, you have to pledge $400 to their Kickstarter.
Oh god, that's terrible. Also, yeah, I'm like Jamie Lynn Spears here with a bunch of dead cats. Wait, have you guys not heard this?
Yeah, I know what you're referring. What I think of, the only thing I can think of on this is Rowdy from Scrubs.
Wait.
JD and Turk's stuffed dog.
Oh yeah.
Remember the stuffed dog?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
made
yeah.
at one point. It was called Rowdy.
Yep.
And like, I think Carlo is like, you need to get rid of the dog. And it's like, he's a member of the household. He's a member of the family. And it's a stuffed dog.
Yep. God, I forgot about that. Oh, my last one. You already talked about this. Was the smart doggy door?
Yeah, I put that in there.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at
Fucking
the.
smart doggy door.
Hold on.
Shame.
The Let's look at the Android Central list. Wait, what is this? Is this the? They have the Octave butt pack or bat pack. I read that wrong.
Oh yeah, that one's dumb. It's like
Portable battery pack for mobile devices.
that you can also stash your Coke rollers in.
Yeah, apparently it's like can hide cash and keep cannabis in there.
I got one.
Go ahead.
It was the sex toy that stimulates you by the beat of any song from Satisfiers. It's called the Love Triangle Air Pulse. You're welcome.
Can't you just like strap a Beats pill to a fleshlight
I
and call it
mean-
a day?
I mean, this is more for the
Or you could just get a Beats pill. They're practically already
yeah. Just throw
so
it in the
that is
plastic baggie.
Yeah, that is kind of phallic, isn't it?
you're welcome. Like
Oh, and then
a little
the
intimidating, but sorry.
Philo made a Tata pad safety pad for children, where if you leave your child in the car, it will notify your phone. It's like a sensor for like via Bluetooth, so like you put it in the car seat, and then if you leave the car and you get a certain distance away, it'll send you a notification like, hey, you're going out without a range, and there's still someone a child in the car.
Dude,
That-
it would be hilarious if they fucking swerve that shit and instead of notifying people via app, it calls the cops.
Yeah.
My car already tells me, "Hey, check the back seat." Like if I leave like if I put a bottle of water in the or not a bottle, a case of water in the back seat, and when I get home and go to get out, because I always don't bring in the case of water until I absolutely need it, and I'll hear ding ding ding, and I'll look down on my dash, it's like check the back seat. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a case of water. It's not a kid.
So we now know that Aiden weighs about as much as a case of water.
Oh God, more. Kennedy does though.
I saw like people are trying to like make some smart glasses. Just like Google didn't move forward with Google Glass for a reason, guys.
Yeah.
Although one of my favorite videos ever to come out from the prototype of Google Glass was when Philip DeFranco owned SourceFed, which is now defunct, but they were doing something on set and he was wearing the Google Glass and it was recording, and Lee Newton flashed her ass at him. He's like, she goes, "Is that recording?" He goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Damn it, you son of a bitch. I forgot about the Google Glass." It was quite funny.
Sounds hilarious.
Yes. I kind of missed SourceFed before it went like totally shit. But anyways, apparently like some smart perfume. I can't think of anything else that like I saw that was like super super dumb at CES 2021. There wasn't.
I think smart perfume kind of takes the cake. You know, like
Let me describe this here. Ninu found, this is from Android Central. Ninu found the one product category that hadn't been touched by technology and figured it was ripe for reinvention. Fragrances. The patent pending smart perfume is controlled by an AI app. Each tube contains 3 distinct fragrances, allowing you fragrances. Can you guys believe that they let me read shit on the radio sometimes?
True love.
Allowing you to choose what to spritz on before you head out based on your mood or occasion, and even mix and match to create your own customized scents. You can
Hell
not
yeah.
only choose your scent using the handy app, but also tone down the smell or add an exotic note if you're headed for a night out on the town. It's going to be 100% vegan and sustainably sourced ingredients.
Y'all heard of a water security system?
yeah, it's called a fire hose.
Moen by Flow is making a regulator water security system that like monitors for leaky pipes and shit, and it will shut
Okay.
off the water.
Okay, I
I
mean,
saw something. This wasn't at CES, but I did see something really interesting to that effect, though. That it was like a deal that you could find. Like it was like this little ball thing. I don't remember what the chemical was that they used in it, but you just like dropped it down your drain, and it would go through your pipes, and wherever a leak was, it would end up like sucking into that leak, plugging it, and then hardening and calling it a day. It's like similar to that like kind of concept of having like a detector, but it just like went in and found the leak itself, and bam, done. I was like, that seemed pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
Also, there was another smart mask by Air Pops.
Oh God.
Yeah, see,
It monitors the air quality in your current location. That's it.
yeah, and it comes with like a rechangeable filter. Like that one is the dumbest of the 3 masks.
Yeah, because your phone
Because
already tells you your air quality. Like if you have a
yeah, it's called the
smartphone,
WeatherBug app.
or I mean, the regular Apple app will tell you your air quality.
Well,
I still want Project Hazel. I'm still gonna get it.
if it ever actually happens, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's still and well, and the other thing about like so, you go out and buy just like a cloth mask, like a decent cloth mask. It's what, like $15 depending on where you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the Bluetooth microphone built into it's 50, but that other one, the AirPop one, is $150.
Yep.
It's like just because it has an app to go with it to tell you, hey, change this filter. Whenever you have, like you said, apps that just tell you the air quality, like you don't
Yeah.
have to. Like, I don't know. It kind of seems like it defeats the purpose of having a whole ass mask if you're gonna have filters anyways. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
It seemed unless I could see it if you have like those deathly severe allergies, like the ones that like somebody mows the grass and you think you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Was Panasonic Automotive showcased a 4K AR HUD for your car.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure how I feel about like AR hubs for
I
cars.
drove a 2013 BMW 325i, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a HUD on it that like projected onto the screen, like just a small one on the screen. It was fucking fantastic.
Mm.
Like I would want to see more HUDs in cars.
Hmm.
So like if I could put that in my 2000 Saturn LS1, I would love that.
Get like a projector for that.
Yeah.
What if
Just make it tiny.
now, because I'm not a mechanic, the pin connector under the dash, can that be used to transmit any data other than what codes the car is throwing out?
It depends on the make and model.
Does it? Okay.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I need to get one of those. I've been meaning to find one of those Bluetooth ones that you can use to just connect to your phone. So if your check engine light comes on, you can just check it yourself without having to go to a store, or to a mechanic. But it's been kind of low on the priority list the last little while, especially because
You know,
What's
if
that?
you go to like, if you have a code on your on your car, like a check engine light, you can go to like Advanced Auto Parts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
O'Reilly's and they'll check it for free.
Yeah, well, no, it's just a pain in the ass to go. It's like if it starts throwing a code, I could just figure it out right away without having and not worry about making an issue worse. If it's
Driving a 5 minutes away to, you know,
yes,
scan at the auto parts store.
look for me. For me, auto troubles pop up at the most inconvenient times, usually in the dead of fucking winter.
Same.
Where it's
Big same.
cold as
Always
fuck.
happens right before winter, like right before the snow flies. My trucks always break down
Yeah,
before snow hits the ground, and it drives me nuts.
yeah. For me, it's like always like the dead of winter, and something always goes wrong. It'll be like January. There's a fucking blizzard coming, and then it's like fuck. Thankfully, I don't think I'm gonna have to deal with that this year because I have a car that seems fairly fucking decent. Anyways, continuing with the dumb shit at CES. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about? I mean, there's always sex toys at CES.
So much stuff. So much stuff.
So many sex toys.
I honestly, I don't think. I mean, there were some fridges.
Yeah.
Samsung is making a vacuum, a robot vacuum. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, it was like it's not like a Roomba. It like has like an
It's-
attachable arm and shit on it too, right?
it's fucking beefier. Yeah, it's a beefy boy. Like it's definitely not your grandma's Roomba. Like it looks like a fucking like a robot from Star Wars,
Mhm.
like with one of the sweeper bots. So like, it's a big boy. It's got a camera on it. It doesn't have sensors. It has an actual fucking camera.
Mhm.
So if you're ever wondering if your vacuum is spying on you while you're sleeping, I mean you can always get the Samsung and you'll know for sure.
Mhm.
Have you ever asked an Amazon Echo if they work for the CIA?
Yes. Also, she'll no longer tell you where to hide a dead body, and neither
Yeah.
will Siri, because apparently
Awesome.
someone already did that.
God
Actually did that.
damn
Yeah,
it.
you used to be able to ask Siri on your phone, like,
Mhm.
where is a good place to hide a dead body, and it would give you, like, locations nearby as a joke, like a landfill, hog confinement, a quarry, stuff like that nearby.
Shit you would see in a movie anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently someone did it and hid a dead body, and so Apple took it out of Siri's thing.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking criminals ruin shit, man.
God damn it, you murderers.
Fucking degenerates. Okay, I mean I think that's it for CES 2021. Some hilarious shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Some
Yeah, some fun stuff.
some okay news coming out of it. You know, nothing too exciting, nothing too special. There's only like really one other thing that I wanted to talk about for the show, and that is right now you can pick up Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Epic for free. So, if you want to pick it up for free, go on ahead, and it's better than giving EA your money.
Yeah. They have I'll go ahead and pile onto that real quick and say Galactic Civilizations 3 will be free on Epic from January 21st to the 28th.
Sure you use creator code RevSven at
Yep.
checkout.
Yeah, that way I can get a whole lot of nothing because they're free games. But what ends up happening is it stays in there, so when you do inevitably buy something, it's like, ha, got you, bitch.
Got you, bitch.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they released it.
awesome.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And still no reason for why they took it off the store. But
Mysterious.
You muted yourself, bud.
Said mysteries.
Mystery.
I actually said it to so quiet my microphone didn't pick it up.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of ASMR this bit.
I got a question. I
Yeah.
just gotta ask. I'm gonna ask while we're live on air. Did
Mhm.
one of you MFers use my code on Rogue Company?
No. It might have been Biggs.
Okay, because I just saw that 2 people have used my code on Rogue Company, and I'm like, all right. I only know 2 people that play that game.
It's so fun.
I
And it's a
don't
very fun game.
I don't think I did, but it's possible I did. I mean, I don't think I did,
I'm
but
just curious.
Like to download the game or buy stuff out of the.
No, it must have been like a battle pass thing because I actually did get an estimated earnings out of it.
Oh, then I'm
Because
assuming.
full disclosure, I am part of the Epic Creator Program. So, full disclosure, I'm going to say, hey, use my code. #ad.
Let me just. Can we real quick just at Matt Pat real quick?
Yeah. Adam, dude. Adam hard.
Adam hard. Yeah, that's about it. Really, I checked Humble Bundle just in case. There's nothing really going on. Possible leaking of the Lunar Steam sale dates, but I mean, the Lunar Steam sale happens during the Lunar New Year, so I don't know why we need to leak that. Like, we know when the Lunar New Year is going to be.
Right. I actually did get something that seemed really interesting. So if I can get it pulled back up here,
Mhm.
I can't remember where it was, but it was a really interesting thing that it was going to be based around indie games. And I want to say it was in here as a part of Ludo Naricon. It's like a deal they do. It's not until like April, but I got something on it today. In April, they're going to do a thing on Steam called Ludonarracon, LUDONARRACON, and it's actually like a whole deal about like narrative driven games. So like a lot of indie based stuff. It's powered by fellow travelers, something to keep an eye on, something I would like to actually dive pretty deep into as more stuff comes forward because it seems like it's going to be really interesting.
Okay, that's really good to know.
So if anybody out there is an indie game developer, because we do have a few people that I know for a fact are indie devs that make games like that want to do anything with that, you can actually go to ludonarracon.com and actually submit your game for their showcase. I am done.
Okay, real quick, just because I figure people are gonna be like, oh, you said there were the dates, but you never actually say them. February 11th to the 15th is when the Lunar New Year sale is gonna be, allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's from Steam. The leak came from SteamDB, which is a pretty, good resource on that kind of shit. But yeah, that's. Oh, Rev.
I was just gonna say, and also just last thing, probably keep an eye out on more Apex Season 8 news. They got some really interesting stuff coming on with Fuse, and they're going to be, from what I understand, kind of rearranging the Kings Canyon map with a lot of explosives. Either that or they're going to introduce an entire new one called Salvo. And the rumor is that they're going to release a lever action 30-30 rifle, which is cool to me because that's what I actually use to hunt deer with. Like, that's gonna feel like home.
All right. I think that's it. I think that's good. I mean, that's all the stuff we could probably talk about.
Yeah.
It's after the holidays. It's just been dead.
Yeah.
Like,
which is kind of fine. It gives us a chance to just bullshit and make fun of things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap up the show then. Green.
Okay.
Tell us what's up.
I don't know what's up. What's up with you?
What's coming up on your channel?
I'm assuming probably more Call of Duty, probably some Rogue Company, probably some Apex, probably some stuff, Minecraft and stuff, all the stuffs. I have an overabundance of time on my hands, and it is just causing confusion and chaos in my life. So, but yeah, you can catch me on twitch.tv/Mr. Greenelite. All my socials are Mr. Greenelite, except for Instagram, which is TTV Mr. Greenelite. I also have Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans, all the fancy stuff. TikTok, the TikToks. I'm on the TikToks. So Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Padre, what's coming up on your channel?
Tomorrow morning, as of this recording, which is Tuesday, so Wednesday morning, I'm going to finish Broken Age. I did a little bit of peeking ahead and found out I don't have that much left of the game. And then I'm going to be finishing uploading that playthrough to YouTube for anybody who may have missed it and might be interested. I'm not going to stream tomorrow night like I typically do on Wednesdays. Just have some stuff I got to get done. But after that, I'm going to start playing Jazz Punk, which seems pretty funny. And then aside from that, I think I'm gonna be plotting out a Zebo's Funhouse maybe next week. Aside from that, uh, yeah, gonna kind of just play it by ear. Aside from what I'm doing on my scheduled morning streams, and if you would like to check any of those out, I go live 9 a.m. Central every day, but Tuesdays and Thursdays. Um, over at twitch.tv/RevSven. And you can find me all over the internet, RevSven TV. Pretty much nowhere you can't find me anymore. I even have a MySpace now. Actually, I've had a MySpace for like a year and a half. I just changed the name.
Damn.
Yeah. And I'm not even like, it's all like music now. And I'm just going to learn to play ukulele and play it on MySpace.
Do you have a Pure Volume account though?
I will in about 5 minutes.
Excellent. Coming up on my channel, first off, I had to restart the entire Pokemon Nuzlocke, so that'll actually be going up Saturday. So the Pokemon Crystal Clear Nuzlocke is happening right now. For the stream stuff, I'm gonna try to blitz through the rest of Fallout 4. As much fun as it is, I actually want to try something else, which is a full brand new mod for Fallout New Vegas, which looks really interesting, that I want to try. Basically it's like a whole new game. So yeah, I'm gonna try to blitz through Fallout 4, and then we'll probably play some Rogue Company and maybe do some other pop-up stuff like Minecraft or whatever. Otherwise, you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Danie K, and of course, you guys can find me on YouTube, Danie K Media. And that's gonna kind of do it for us here. We appreciate all of you guys for watching and listening. It means a lot to us that you guys decide to watch and listen. Don't forget the question of the week this week, which is, what TV show do you want to see a video game for? If you guys missed any part of the show, you guys can watch and listen on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere podcasts are found. If you guys want to help support the show, the number one top tier way to do that is by telling your friends. You guys can also leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And yeah, guys, keep having a good week. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep fighting the good fight. We'll talk to you guys next week. Goodbye.
I love you.
Mwah.